feel so sorry for doing this. I just washed my hair and now I'm saging with Palo Santo. Not a good idea. Hello. Oh, yes, Lilian. We missed you. How are you guys? How are you? Ah, okay. I just washed my hair and it's all funny, so don't pay attention to my hair. My hair actually gets very funny, especially I didn't like dry it, so it's drying itself. And then I'm sure it's going to be like this because of the volume of my hair. So Natasha, what did you think about the Stray Kids new comeback? Like we were talking about it like yesterday in yesterday's live, but you know we were talking about that, you know, that actually about Hyunjin that been like the center and everything, you know, and actually I was thinking like he's your bias, so I guess it must be nice for you too. Hey Mimi, hey Marushka. Oh my God, so hot. Did you have lunch already, guys? I did. I'm going to shuffle this very well because yesterday I put the deck away and I didn't. Oh, just after dinner for you. Ah, okay. Yes, I am. Yes, I'm from Argentina. And you? Hey, Carlos. Hey, Fluffy. I'm sorry, but I was happy. I do think it should be more fair for everyone's by yes. It's coming on lunchtime for me. Oh, okay. Yeah, Natasha, I'm sure that the fans are very happy, and that's you know that's what I think, that even though we have our biases and we have like our individual opinions, I think that as long as the fans are happy, you know, the guys have been working a lot, you know, they can be touring, so you know I guess they are doing okay. So yeah, you know. Actually, today I watched their Studio Tomb performance, and I did enjoy it more because I was able to see Lino more clearly. Like, you know, in the MV, like I was a bit on the dark, literally in the MV. Mm. I'm from Brazil. Oh, people from the south of Brazil drink cimarron too. Ah. Oh, you mean because I'm drinking mate? Is that same? Yes, the performance is always better for me. Yeah, you can focus better. Ah, yeah, um, here is called Shimarao. Shimarao. Yeah, here we cannot live without mate. That's why you see me, like, you see me in the mornings, you see me in the afternoons, I'm always with mate. Here is addictive. It's like coffee. It's like coffee break. It's like for people that are very, are all about cannot start a day without coffee. Well, for us, it's the same with mate. Okay, guys, I'm going to start because I do have a list. It's not that long, so we can add other people as well. But for now, I have the group CIX. I have Woodz. The producer, I guess, is him, Woodz. Then I have this K-pop idol, Ren, that someone asked me to pull cards for him because he's having a new album, Ren. So yes. May I request a reading for ATBO? Oh, okay. ATBO. Woodz, singer. Woodz singer, okay. I don't know why I wrote down producer. And Ren, yeah, Ren's new album. Hey, Sina. Mimi, I would not be pulling cards for Minho because he is in the military, and I don't pull cards for people while they are in the military. I pull cards for him before he left. I do have the reading available for him in my channel before he enlisted. But meanwhile he's in this in the military, I do not pull cards for them because it's, them as artists, it's like they are not available, so I don't want to pull cards for them. But yes, he does have his reading. Minho, Shinee, okay. Do you plan to do a reading for JK on your channel later? Yeah, it's just that I pulled cards for JK before. I would want to give it a week. Oh, thank you, Marushka, for clarifying that. I will pull cards for him probably the next live, next Saturday, to see if things have changed a bit. Because I don't know, I got I don't know why. I'm like, I'm sure something has changed, but I have been reading for him. So I wonder what happened in there. But I will probably do a reading for him next Saturday because I want to see if during the week if we have some confirmation of. I'm sure there was a confirmation or something, but I have a feeling that something is. I don't know. I want to give it a few days. I want to see if. Can you read who is next member of Twice having a solo because they posted an announcement? For Hyunjin. Okay, that's it. Thank you, Sena. I appreciate it. God, I have the same feeling. This solo announcement came out of nowhere. Yeah, like, I mean, it makes sense. I mean, this is it's not. It's just that I don't know why I have to go and rewatch what I read for him a few weeks ago. Because I'm sure I saw something, or maybe I focused too much on his invasion. I believe that probably I focused too much on his privacy invasion, remember? I think that was. Probably I should do one for the channel as well. I'll see how the week goes. If I don't have any readings pendant, like if I have an empty spot for a day during the week, I will do one for the channel. I thought that JK was going to be the last one to have a solo after B. Yeah, I wonder what's the, like, I mean, it's not that it's rush. I don't think it's rush. But I don't know. Yeah, it was when the Sang story happened. There's something like that it's not making sense, you know, like of course that we know that he had been working on something for a lot of years, actually, I guess. He had been talking about his solo project for a while, but I'm glad because it means we'll have him as a guest before she went this, yeah. Okay, let's start with the readings, guys, so I don't. We're going to pull some cards for CIX. I guess this is how it's pronounced, how this group's name is pronounced, CIX. I hope I'm doing it. I hope it's not six, like literally, but CIX. I know someone asked me to read for them. Sun in Gemini. They got the Sun in Gemini, versatility. Okay, CIX got Page of Wands, King of Pentacles, Two of Swords, the Sun, Eight of Cups, and Six of Cups. Then from the Oracle, they got the card of Sun in Gemini, versatility. Honestly, could it be that there's a confrontation among the members? Actually, I feel like it's not between the members because this seems to be someone older and in control, that they are like somehow like putting someone in their place. Like, you know, like, I don't know if any of you guys are here a fan of CIX, but it seems like there's someone that has like a strong personality, and probably they had an argument or there had been tension between these people. Between, it can be even like a manager and a member, or the youngest. No, I think that it's not two people. It can also show someone that is young, but that he has a sort of attitude. Either he's more experienced, or he thinks, or he is like, oh, okay, I'm more famous than the rest, or I have more possibilities, or I'm more popular than the rest, or I have more life experiences. Like, this member definitely stands out. But I think that somehow he had been, like, I say put in his place, but it seems like he was reprehended, like someone is like, you know, like slow down, like this is not just about you and your temper and your, because I feel like he has a lot of things to say, and he probably is very, very straightforward, and these people don't like it. Probably the managers or the people in control, they don't like the attitude of this idol, of this member. You know, so there's something, there's some arguments in here. There's some discussions. There's some like, and this member really not feeling very comfortable. Does someone know if, not does, does, if a member was kicked out, or if he was put on hiatus or something like that, because I sense that there's someone that has like a strong energy, a strong personality, and is a very stubborn person as well. So even though he is right in his attitude, I think that it creates a sort of disbalance in the group, and it makes things awkward for the group to move forward. You know, I don't know if this person had some arguments, or he had a scandal. No, I don't think it's a scandal, because I think that it's like a discussion, a strong discussion with the higher up. And him actually being very impulsive, like him knowing that he's young, that he's like very young, that he shouldn't address this person in power in that way, but he did. And things are awkward ever since. Things are very like awkward. But then they got the Sun and the Eight of Cups. So I think that if there's tension, definitely with the Sun, it's a very like hopeful scenario about that if they're having a comeback, or if they're having like a possibility to show themselves and being active in their careers, they're going to shine. They are going to move on. I think that this is the thing. Probably like there's something about their career being a bit like, I would say like a stuck, but there's no agreement in here. You know, there has to be an agreement, and probably it took too long, or it took a lot for these people to make up or to get to an agreement. And that's sort of that delayed the progress of the group. But nevertheless, the group energy is very optimistic, it's very hopeful, it's also, the members probably are also very young, you know, very energetic, so they are like, you know, we just want to move on. whatever happened in the past, we just want to move on. We want to, like, go back to our usual dynamic. Like, we don't want to, like, they just want to embrace the funny side of this that they're doing. They want to connect with their inner child. They want to connect with enjoying what they're doing as a group and in the industry. But because of different postures and different opinions and different characters, there had been tension in this group. There had been tension. And I think that is this person, the one that is very stubborn, this member, is very noticeable how he influences the group. And even though he doesn't mean to interrupt any kind of activity, with his attitude, he sometimes makes things worse for the others. Because it seems like he's always thinking about himself, like, okay, I don't like this. So, I behave very stubbornly because, I don't like this. So suddenly the whole group has to stop until he gets what he wants, So, if you notice the two observers, there's these people arguing in here, and this is the rest of the members, being sort of in the middle, being like, okay, when will this be over? Like, okay, we cannot do much except sit and wait until the war is over, until and then when they have the card of the Oracle, they got the card of Sun in Gemini. That is this card that talks about being versatile, versatility. So I definitely think that this is what they will want to go back and have again, versatility, because they had been going through moments of a lot of tension and probably moments of a lot of arguments and probably their careers being stuck because there was an issue with someone or with an institution or with a higher up, and probably, I don't know, something was put on hold. And I think that they are like, we want to go back to do what we are here to do. We want to have fun. We want to, let's not take things too seriously. Let's do this. We are artists. We are supposed to connect with this and also to let go of all grudges. They definitely want to move on from old grudges. They don't want to keep holding on to this feeling of like, oh, what happened in the past. They just want to be happy. These guys are very simple, are very, probably they are very like emotional, and they are like very sentimental, very, also they don't like arguments. They feel weird when there's argument, or when there's some people that are not talking to each other. They feel weird. They feel like, oh, I don't like it here. So definitely they want to move on. They are like, okay, whatever was said or whoever was like offended in the past, please can we solve this and move on? Because they want to enjoy their careers. They don't want like to focus on the negative. They don't want to. Okay, I'm going to pull cards for, oh, I didn't write down when I started reading for CIX. Okay, I'm going to start reading for Woodz. This is my first time reading for him, for the singer Woodz. Okay. Okay, Woodz got 8 of Wands, 10 of Swords, the Hierophant, King of Wands, 9 of Swords. And from the Oracle, he got the card of Mars in Aquarius, Rebellion. So, this guy, Woodz, he got a bad news recently. He got a bad news, like a sad news. Maybe it has to do with his personal life, but it seems like he got, like, I don't know if someone passed away in his family or a loved one, or he lost a loved one. But yeah, he got a sad news, you know. Very sudden also. He's going to do a concert in my country. Yeah. I think that what definitely caught my attention is this Hierophant in the middle. Like, because I think that this Hierophant, this company, I don't know what company he's from, but there's something about this institution that definitely is like ruling his life, and I think that there's something about him that he just doesn't like it. I think that he feels very restricted because of this. I don't know if he has an agreement with the company, or he had signed something with the company, or he just promised to do something with a certain enterprise, with someone that and they somehow have some rules and regulations, and he just he's like, I don't like to work like that. You know, because then he has the King of Wands and the Nine of Swords. So there's something about, you know, about himself feeling very like worried. There's something that is in his mind, that he's very worried about it. I think that there's something about him feeling like when he works with certain people, his creativity gets limited. Like it gets limited, and he doesn't like that. You know, he doesn't like people telling him how he should do things. You know, he's from the same company of IU. Oh, yeah. I don't know. I think that even we start here with these cards, you know, like I was like, oh, he got a bad news. He got something, you know, he got a news that somehow was very disappointing to him, and even a bit hurtful, you know. So I think that mentally he's not 100% happy. And with the Hierophant in here, I feel like he does have someone like a mentor, someone that is like, okay, like don't you know, like just do what they tell you, don't do more. You know, stick to the rules. Don't do more. And I think that for him, it's like, you know, I don't feel very good about this. Because he has a strong like personality. He's not just like a creator, but also he has a strong personality. But he feels like guilty about something, like he definitely is not sleeping very well. There's some remorse in him. I don't know if maybe his career is not going the way he would want to, and he wants some more like freedom. And also here with Mars in Aquarius, rebellion. Mars in Aquarius, rebellion. He's not satisfied. He wants to rebel himself. I don't know what exactly, but it's like, I could do so much better on my own. I could do so much better on my own. Like I have the power. I have it all in here. But I think that honestly, there's something that had been bothering him in his mind mentally, that it's also like very distracting. That's why I was like, did he lose someone? Like, because it seems like he's a very responsible person. He's a guy that he's going to fulfill all his schedules and everything. But there's a part of him that probably he wants to separate himself from certain people, or he just doesn't want to participate in something. Yeah. Here the Queen of Swords. So maybe, I don't know, maybe he has a sort of like problem with the female. Maybe he has, I don't know if he's in a relationship or if he has like a very close friendship, and all of a sudden, I don't know, things are not very well with that person. That's why he's not concentrated. Yeah. Does anyone know if he has a girlfriend? Does anyone know if he has a girlfriend? Yeah, he's distracted. He's distracted because something is going on in his life that he's like, he cannot stop thinking about it. And with the Hierophant in the middle, it's like, okay, you have to follow the rules. But then he got the card of Mars in Aquarius, that is like the rebellion. He doesn't want to do the traditional thing. He doesn't want to take a commitment that he's not ready to take. He's like, I don't feel good. I don't feel good. I think it's worse because they don't let him be the way he is, and perhaps the issue of not giving him freedom has already happened to him before. Yeah, there's a sense of I lost in the past. I won't be surprised by that even in his son. Sometimes I get the feeling that everything isn't okay, but he's strong. I think he could do more. Yeah, it's just that, he got all these. It's very interesting how every time a card that indicate worries or, being an overthinking or an overthinker, he pairs that reading with the card of Wand. So definitely he's a very strong individual in the sense that even though he may be struggling mentally, his presence or the way he communicates or the way he presents himself is of a very resilient person. He will not stop working. He will not go high under a rock. Even if he's worried or even if he's tired or even if there are some things in the back of his mind, he's not going to stop showing up. It's like, okay, I value myself, like I value my work and in my trajectory. So, I will not retreat. He's a fighter. He definitely is a fighter. He's very strong. But at the same time, it's like these thoughts he cannot control. You know, so I wonder if he maybe like, I don't know why I get that probably he says yes to projects and then eventually he feels like burnout, you know, like there's something about him not knowing how to say no, probably. But he's a very tough guy, you know, in the sense that he loves himself very much and he will not, you know, he's someone that he confronts situations. You know, he's like this king of wands. He confronts situations. He confronts situations. He's not, you know, it's not that he's not interested in the business or, but he wants to rebel himself. He wants to do things differently. He wants to do things differently. Yeah. Yeah, it's a bit confusing. Oh my God, he was a member of in X1, that group of the producers, and because of the scandal of manipulation, they couldn't debut. Yeah, he definitely has a past, you know, and I think that he's a bit traumatized with the institution. I think that for him, because I sense a deal with someone, or, and this is not to say that probably the company that he's in is not good for him, but I think that he has a sort of resentment towards being under contract or being in an association with others and like having to depend on others and having to ask permission for certain things. He sees himself as someone that already has maybe start his own company or maybe start his own business. I don't know. He definitely has big dreams. He has big dreams and aspirations, and he's very like straightforward about it. There's something about him like feeling, probably he's a bit, you know, when he sees, I don't know, he sees a company, he cries. Like there's something about not trusting the system, you know, him wanting to be outside the system, you know, he probably wanting to be independent, not wanting to be tied to an institution, you know, he's like, I don't want to follow rules like that. Okay, I'm going to pull cards for this this member, Ren new album. Which group he was from? If Natasha is here, can she let me know what group Ren was from? Because I know this new album, I think is from his solo work. But someone said that Maria del Carmen, here we read for K-pop idols. I don't do personal readings on the channel. Oh, okay. From Newest. Okay, but he's no longer, okay. But yeah, he has a past, okay, from Newest, a former member of Newest. But this is about his new album. You know, guys, this is, oh my way. This is weird because every time I come in this hour, we always get these messages. Like really, people think that this is Okay, I'm going to take this too. It's always this hour. Oh my God, how many people are here? Oh my God. No, no. I'm talking about the cards. I'm talking about how many people I see here. Like, wow. Look, I'm going to show you. We have Queen of Wands, King of Cups. I guess this is him, King of Cups. King of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, and then the Ace of Swords. But look at these people. What is going on with all these people in his album? Like, I'm glad he has company, but I think it's a bit crowded, actually. Yeah, I think it's a bit crowded. He definitely is associated with a female. He doesn't come alone. He doesn't come alone. I wouldn't say like it's a relationship, but definitely either he has a female manager or an advisor, someone that is like very, very fast, very, very smart, very, like let's do this, that it's somehow influencing him to do this. Honestly, I think that it could, yeah, yeah, but actually, I think that he's not, whatever he's doing is like, it seems that it's to get back at someone. Like he's looking at these two people. He's looking directly at this guy and this guy comes with this person. So it seems like an old grudge or an old pendant business. He I wouldn't say like he envies, but he's sort of like very much like aware of the popularity of maybe one of his former members, like one of his former teammates, and he is, I don't know if he compares himself to that guy or maybe he wants to become that person. He sort of admires, but I see him like very like a bit nostalgic, like that person I used to know. Yeah, but I think that is someone that he used to admire and somehow he's no longer, like, he doesn't talk to that person anymore. He probably wants to do this to show others that he can do it, that he still exists. But honestly, I see that this is a guy that definitely he's very emotional. He has, he has someone that is advising him as well, so he's not lost. But there's something about him being very emotional. Like, I think that he's not looking at the project. He's looking at, okay, the others are doing this, so I have to do this. So Yeah, he probably compares himself. Yeah, he compares himself. He sees this other guy like someone very opulent, someone that is very stable, someone that probably is very successful, someone that has it all. That probably has a very stable career, that he had done very well, probably older than him. I don't know, maybe he wants to associate with this person or ask for an advice and resume the relationship, and be like, okay, I'm doing this, can I ask you for an advice? Because there's a lot of people in here, so I guess, and he got the Ace of Swords, so he could like send a message to this person. He could send a message also to this person. Hopefully this person can help him out, but I think that they are both on different stages, even if in the past they had something in common. Right now, both of them are very different, And also this person also comes with a female as well. He comes with a sort of female next to him, and the other one also comes with another female, another queen that is somehow like being very cautious and being like, okay, watch out, whatever he says to you, don't believe it, like somehow worried that the other one is going to scam the other, or ask him for money. It's weird. What is going on here? Is this some kind of soap opera? And why are these men and these females like? It seems like they are these married people, like, and their partners. Like. Yeah, there's something about money. Money, and also like give me some advices. Like give me some advices about how to do this. Like, I'm doing this, I'm trying to be stable, I'm trying to be like, committed to this, because if he is a water sign, he is emotional. So this is why he's surrounded by all these people. Because it seems like, yeah, we know it's a solo debut, not the debut, it's a solo album. But it seems like he cannot do it alone because these people aren't here. It's like if he makes it, it's because of these people around him. It's not that, or maybe he has some influential friends, in the industry that can help him out. But definitely I see him like definitely acknowledging that he had contact people for the album, or maybe him like being invited to different places to talk about his album, but it's all with others. But these people that he associates with are very influential. They are not like, just a friend, a childhood friend. No, these are people from the industry that are doing very well for themselves. And he's like, okay, I want to ask you for your advice because, I'm just starting. But also he got the card of Mercury in Virgo, caution. So I think that there's something in here about him being careful about who he talks to or what he says. He has to slow down a bit because I think that these associations that he has, there could be problematic for him at some point. Like he needs to, I don't know, like he seems confused, like he's very excited about this, but he seems confused in his efforts, Like probably he wants like an instant result or a better promotion, and he's like reaching out to as many people as possible. And in this attempt, it can look a bit extreme, like okay, you're doing too much. So he has to be cautious about, with the card of caution, be careful of who you talk to, especially. Be careful of how you communicate. He's a Scorpio sun. Yeah. He's not organized enough. It seems like there's some... I see communication, but there's a lot of people involved, and actually these people being actually more powerful than him, so I wonder why. Like, if he is the artist, why do you have to... I wonder if he feels like he's less of an artist, or if he thinks that without this sort of support he will not be, you know. And also I wonder if this new album is like the idea of someone else instead of his. Because the first thing I saw is this Queen of Wands behind him. So it's as if someone is like, oh, you should get your album out, like somehow like motivating him to do it, but at the same time him being a bit like hesitant, like, okay, I will ask others if they can help me out, or if they can give me some advice, like, how old is he? How old is he? It's his first solo, so it makes sense for help. Yeah. The good thing is that it's not that he's like contacting nobodies. Actually, he's contacting people, people being like very, very famous. But with this influential figure, there's also another lady. So it's like, like, there's a lot of people, He's 27. Yeah, but his energy is a bit like, I don't know. And with the card caution, it's also about, like, I don't know. Why is he out of the group? Natasha, do you know why? Like, I'm curious about where he comes from. He came out as a king, so definitely it's not that he's an amateur. Definitely an amateur he's not. But just like I got a king for him, I got other kings and other queens. So there's like a lot of influential people, but there's also like a lot of like, oh, I could help you, but I don't know if I would help you. So I wonder what's going on with him. What image do they have of him? Hey, Mariana. Yeah. Knight of Cups. Good news. Good news. Probably an invitation. Good news. Just don't get so emotional. Like, like, go slow. Like, don't get emotional. Don't get like, just go step by step. You're going to get good news. Maybe they are sponsors. Yeah, maybe. I should read for him individually, because there's something about his energy that I feel like he's not telling me, like I'm not seeing it, because there's so much people, you know, and that's like, but also probably, you know, it's about, you know, like they all left, but Ren said they may do a lot of things that he didn't like. Oh. Oh. So the group is disbanded? Because when I pulled the King of Cups, you know, I got this feeling of being very sad. Like we've been very like, that's why I see him like sort of feeling inferior in some aspects. So I wonder what's going on with him, even though he's represented like this king, you know. There's a sense of you should feel more proud of yourself, but you still feel like you're not good enough, and that others have to push you, you know. So it's bad experience for them all, and yes, but they do sort of think, yeah. But probably, you know, since there's a feeling like when I saw these people, you know what I got? The picture that I got was like, I cannot do this alone. Like, he definitely wants to, but there's something about like, I usually do things with others, or because others tell me to do things. You know, it seems like he needs to have a group of people, you know, like he cannot do it alone. Probably he's afraid of being alone as well. You know, there's something in there about like a very strong sadness, you know, of like, I need people around me, you know, alone I cannot do it. From what I now remember, that Nuez had bad experiences with it, and they had to go back to being trainees. Oh, to participate in a reality show. But that was a few years ago. Oh. Oh, wow. Yeah, definitely the people that I had been reading for so far in this list, they have very low energy. Like even though they are trying to overcome it and put on a brave front, it seems like things are not easy for them. Like these are not like established people in their careers. Like it seems like there's a lot of fears in there. I read that he's always having a group helping him. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know why I feel like you know, like you sort of having like parent figures, you know, sort of like a mother. Like I'm not saying that these people are his parents, they are not, but they sort of represent like, oh, if they approve of this, I will do it, or I need them to give me validation. Like I know I will have the result and I will do it, but at the same time I include them in my experience. I cannot keep it to myself, you know. I mean, like, okay, you know, I'm going to keep this a mystery and then I'm going to share it with the audience. He's like, no, I need these people to review it before, or I need them to tell me, you know, what can I do better, or how can I improve, you know. Okay. But yes, with caution, he will do okay. But yeah, he has to be less, you know, less nervous. Okay, let's continue with ATBO. Lillian, is it ATBO or is it ATBO? I guess it's ATBO. I know it's a boy group, but I don't know why I think that I haven't heard from them for a while. Or am I mistaken? Like, do you people know who ATBO is? I think I heard that name, like I saw them somewhere, but not that. At the ATBO, they are new to me. What company are they from? I don't know why they. I just know they're from the same company as the boys. Yeah, I remember them now. I remember them now. Yeah, they're from that survival group, that survival show. Yeah, I remember they did a cover that JB was a judge in it. Yeah, I remember. They did a cover of The Stealer and the other one was Feel Right? Yeah, I was reading that name and I was like, I know they are for somewhere, but I don't remember. They came together on a show where JB was a mentor judge. Yeah, I remember now. Yeah. Okay, let's put some cards for them. Oh my. Oh my God. Why is it so hard for these people? The cards are not being very nice. The cards are not being very nice. Like they are being very straightforward. Like don't even ask about this because. Okay. Yeah, they're nice kids. Yes, they're nice kids. Well, they got the Knight of Wands, the Tower, Seven of Cups, Knight of Swords, Five of Swords, and then from the Oracle, Mercury in Gemini, Flattery. Are there all the members together? Are there all the members in the group, right? They didn't lose anyone? Is there someone in hiatus? Because I believe that they started very passionately. They started like very like their their energy being very up there, and all of a sudden, bam! The stability and the passion they combusted. Something broke. Something broke. They started very passionately. And then in the middle they have the Seven of Cups. So definitely I think that this group honestly is made. This is why this is so sweet, honestly. This group is made of dreamers. The guys definitely have like this this dream, this dream of, I want to make it. They have this dream, they probably are very like, they are dreamers. It's just that I think that they, just like they are dreamers, they are probably are not seeing the reality. That things are very harsh. And like, and that things don't shine that much. I don't know about that company. I think that I don't know. I feel like probably they were promised a lot, obviously. They were promised a lot, yeah. And they bought the whole speech. But it's not that stable. It's actually, I don't have any cards in here that indicate stability. And in here with the Knight of Swords and the Five of Swords, there could be also another member that has a sort of disagreement, or he has like a fight with someone, or he just wants to quit, or he just creates a sort of like chaos, like, a very heavy discussion, because of this atmosphere of really not being seen reality, or actually not being seen like stability. Like the guys were really ready, they started like this Knight of Wands. They were ready. They were like, okay, here we come. Like we won this, we really won this. We win this because we won this. And then all of a sudden, the plans and everything just, it just vanished, and now they're just left with a lot of dreams and aspirations that they don't know if it will get fulfilled. And I think that there's another one of them that is not going to be very happy with them being lied to. Like, I think it's a rough beginning for them. I like, they will have to readapt to whatever comes next. I see a lot of like arguments, disagreements, and they got the cards of Mercury in Gemini. That is flattery. So I think that even though there could be some discussions, at the end they are going to have some, beautiful words, some flattery is going to come into their ears, and the guys are going to start believing in the dream again. It seems like they're going to be persuaded to keep believing in the dream. It's like a lot of talk, a lot of like, being flattery and like, come on, you can do it, you have the potential, this is why you were chosen, but definitely no stability in here. A lot of ideas, a lot of opinions, but no stability. Well, I mean, I pulled an extra card and they got the Sun. So eventually they can like have like a happy, or some, maybe in summer, now I believe that now they're entering summer. But yeah, they probably have to have a few discussions, like I think that at the end they are going to make it, but probably the start is full of deceiveness, is full of lies, is a lot of Gemini, blah, 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 but you don't see the results, it's like, what do you want me to work for, or to work with? Like, they started with the Knight of Wands, so definitely they were like, okay, you somehow like wanted this profile or this kind of trainees. You wanted them, or you expected them to be strong, to be great dancers, to be very high level performers. Okay, great, you have them now, and they are young, and they're excited, they're motivated, they're passionate. But what happened? Like when they wanted to put that energy into action, they just came across that, oh, the planning is not ready, this is not ready, there's had been a change in plans, something just, a plan that was somehow arranged. It seems like when this show was over, like when the cameras turned off, all of a sudden the dream, like the fantasy, fell down. The fantasy, the fancy colors, everything just faded away. It seems like when that, when the cameras, when the last final episode was recorded, like, okay, and now what? Yeah, but definitely you have some people that are, probably some members that are already upset at this. Because kids of today, and also their families, they are not that naive like idols back then, where idols just like blindly sign papers. They are very smart. They are very smart. And their parents are also very cunning, very, very intelligent, so they can sue someone if things go wrong. So, yeah, they definitely know their rights. But this depressing. Yeah, honestly, like, to be honest, none of these people that I read for, and I've been shuffling the cards very well, and I don't know, I got this very heavy energy, like, what's going on with these people? But, I feel that that's also very, very, very valid in their experience, because not everyone is BTS, and not everyone is EXO, or, these groups that have a long trajectory, and they also went through their, to overcome their struggles. It's not that because they are famous today, they didn't have it back then. It's just that probably these people that are starting or restarting, they are facing a lot of oppositions, or they, probably the industry is not that welcoming. Probably there's like a lot of things that I get that from them, that they're smart. Yeah. I mean, it makes me feel bad also, because they got the Seven of Cups, so I can definitely see them like these guys that they had this dream, they had this big dream, they were like fantasizing about success and about the experience of being in the industry, and all of a sudden they just don't have a foundation, so. Hey. Okay, I'm going to continue with Shinee's Minho. The cards are also very jumpy today. The industry is oversaturated. It's hard to make it, especially if you don't come from the big three and hype. Yeah. I definitely sense this. That definitely what the cards show is that even though you probably are like, oh, because I won this survival show and I won this contest and they promised this and they recorded us, so we were on TV or we were in the internet. Actually, that's just, the beginning. Like, there's not even Um, okay. 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 Oh my. Please, Minho. Please, Minho. Please, Minho. Okay. We got Eight of Pentacles, a Five of Cups, Nine of Swords, Two of Wands, Three of Pentacles. Yeah, it's not that, but yeah, he got the card of Jupiter in Gemini. A lot of Gemini cards, a lot of Gemini placement cards. He got the cards of Jupiter in Gemini, bluff. So definitely he's calling someone out. He's like, you are full of bluff. I think that for me, no, this has been interesting. He definitely is someone that he had been working a lot on grief. You know, he had been working a lot on grief. Probably, yeah, he is one of, at his way, you know, in his own way, probably, you know, just working or, you know, just investing in his hobbies. But he had been like also trying to exorcise all this feeling of grief. Because I believe that there's something about him that he's like, you know, every time I'm at work, I'm reminded of what I lost. So this is what I think we were talking about this with Hope the other day, and I believe we were talking about Onu and about how for them it's hard to, yeah, we are back, we are active, we are back at work, but the workplace or the work situation reminds us of what we lost. So even though they have it very like they do not hide it, you know, they recognize it, but at the same time it doesn't mean that it doesn't hurt anymore. You know, that doesn't mean that it doesn't hurt anymore. Probably he's the type of guy that he tries to make himself busy or too busy so he doesn't think, too much about the things that hurt him, or that to actually recognize that there's a part of him that is broken. And that probably, you know, he is very happy of doing this right now, but he's also like reminding himself that there are some things that will never be the same. You know, and probably he's like, you know, I'm doing my best. I'm working on the details. I focus on everything that I have to do. I have a lot of things to do. I'm so busy. I never stop. But then he has the Nine of Swords in the middle of the reading. So it's like when I go to sleep, my unconscious and in my dreams, I'm able to connect with my fears or with my nightmares or with things that I'm somehow repressing, that my body is repressing during daytime, you know. But I think that honestly, he's going to do better. It's just that today it feels like this. Today it feels like a nightmare where you wake up and you're like, I don't know, he has this sort of deja vus. You know, he probably has this sort of deja vus, or he probably finds himself looking for that person. You know, when you go through a mourning process, you know, even though it can be years, that it passed years that it went by, but when you are in a specific situation, your memory like sparks, and you get this sort of deja vu of like, oh, I had this with this person in the past, and now I don't have it anymore. So there's this certain deja vu that is very shocking. That is like when you think that you're over it, and when you think that, oh yeah, I already have it, like I worked on it, you know, I already have it integrated in myself, I grieved, I cried, yeah, but it always comes back. It always comes back. It's not something that you can control. And probably he's someone that he wishes he could control things, you know. But then we have the Two of Wands, and then we have the Three of Pentacles. So these cards are very like optimistic. These cards are very optimistic because it talks about how important it is for him to be able to keep going with the group or keep moving on with the group. He gets energy of that. He's like, you know, I'm happy that we are moving on as a team. I'm happy that we are doing this together. I'm happy. You know, because he's a guy that he needs to put his body to work. You know, it's like, okay, he's like, okay, I cannot control my mind because sometimes I tend to think about the past. Great, but what can I control? I can control my actions, and I can control what I contribute in my team or to my team. So when I collaborate with others, when I put the work with others, I finally can see that there's future. That behind the grief and behind all the hard situations of the past, I still have a possibility. I still have a whole world out there. You know, this is why, you know, you have a whole world. And for him to see, probably to see the result of the work, you know, of them working together and them seeing the fans and everything, you know, it's a very healing experience. It's like, okay, now I remember why I kept going. But he's like, without the others, I wouldn't be able to move on. I moved on because of the others. But then again, we have the card of Jupiter in Gemini, bluff. So what does this card mean? Literally bluff. But this card is like, don't lie to yourself. If you still have some memories from the past, if you still have some things that you haven't been facing about yourself, like, go and seek help. Don't do it alone. I think that he's a guy that he's very proud. You know, he's like, okay, I'm going to do it on my own, like, because I can fix myself. You know, I can be better. I can perfectionate this. You know, there's nothing that I cannot like do better. And you know, this is not a competition. This is not about training the body. This is about your mind and your heart and what you tell yourself. There's something like here with the card of bluff that is like you lie to yourself. You are in denial. Like you're too optimistic, you know, sometimes you don't have that much fun. So just be honest, stop with the bluff. Stop with the bluff. And honestly, it also can be that around him, probably, because we know that he's an SM artist, so probably he's surrounded by a lot of love. And this year is going to be the year where there's going to be love everywhere. So for him, it's like, okay, like I have to cut this. I have to, and probably it's going to be messy, because he could be calling out someone or some people or I don't know, but he could be like, feeling very tempted to expose some bluff, like being like exposing someone or some people, because he's very protective of his team. He's very protective of his team, of his people, and he's like, now I'm going to talk about the things that I didn't talk in the past. I didn't say in the past, but now I'm going to do it. So people better do not mess with Shinee because Minho is ready. He's ready to, he's like, you better do not include us in the conversation because, I'm coming for you. He definitely is like, and he knows someone in the industry is lying. He knows. Okay, I'm going to pull cards for, the next one is about what Carlos asked about what Twice member is going to have a solo next. I don't know how I can do that because there's so many members, but I don't know, I can maybe pull 2 cards to see if I get someone. Next Twice member to have a solo. Minho is very close to, he would spend weekends sometimes with, and some people outside of Seoul. Oh. Yeah, but he got a Gemini card, and I know that Lee Soo-man is a Gemini as well, so Minho should open his eyes also, because some things are going to come out. Some things are going to come out this year, definitely. Minho knows a lot of damaging information about a lot of celebrities. Probably. Yeah, because, when he got all the 9 of Swords in the middle, I'm like, all these, these regrets, these nightmares, this constant thinking. I'm like, this is not just about a mourning process. This is about other things that he has in his mind. Probably he has information, like you say, there's something in there, yeah. He knows things. And the card that he got, Bluff, is like, stop it with the bluff, so maybe it's his conscious, like somehow like awakening, his awareness, somehow coming to light and being like. But I think that he got beautiful cards at the end, because definitely I think that what heals him is to be with his teammates, and I think that this is very important because honestly, like I read for some groups and not in all of them I see that there's this truly like this need of, let's be together and let's be a family together, or let's live in the same room together, like let's all go back to the early days. But when it comes to Shinee, I definitely see that there's a very spontaneous need to stay together, not just for the group or being part of the group, but also as people, as if they were brothers. And I think that even though all of them are grown men and they are very different, they truly enjoy being together, and they probably really miss each other. That when I read for other groups, that everyone is like, oh, because they're family, because they love together, because they they know each other 10 years ago, and sometimes I don't see the unity, honestly. Like, I see that, yes, sometimes they have to share a dorm because that's that's what's available, but should be careful for kind of his love life. Hmm. Yeah, I didn't see anyone in there, but I don't know. I was hoping, actually. Yeah, really family. Yeah, I was like, it's weird because I was hoping that since he's so, he has a very strong energy. I was like, oh, maybe I will see a potential partner, but no. He actually got a lot of cards that indicate that it's about the past and also about the group. So I guess he's busy. But yeah, with that kind of laugh, definitely, I think that the oracle definitely is calling him out for something. And it's just the four of them, so maybe they need that close bond to feel stronger. Yeah, and probably, yeah, I think that also they are family because they are a few members. They're just four of them. So okay, I'm going to pull cards to see about this twice. Who twice member who will get a solo next? I got a lot of pentacles. Do we have? Earth signs in twice? I believe we do. Yeah, we have a lot. We have Mina, Chanyeong, and Sana. Okay, but it could be Jihyo. It could be her. Because she has a lot of Capricorn energy. Even though she's an Aquarius, she has Venus and Mars in Capricorn. It's just that when you read, yeah, with Nayeon, yeah, it's just that Nayeon already got her solo. But it's just that they got all these pentacles, and I'm like, it's hilarious that you show me all these pentacle cards that you are like, oh yeah, this is a hardworking member. Who in twice is not hardworking? Like, definitely the cards are being trolls today with me because it's like hilarious. It's hilarious. We got Knight of Pentacles, Four of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles. So it's like, who are you talking about? It's like, it's like in irony. Um, but yeah, definitely this is someone that has been working on it for a long time, actually. A long time. A lot of effort. A lot of effort. Probably being too perfectionist in the sense that no, I don't want to leave, I don't want to release it yet. No, it's not ready. No, no. Yeah, it could be Jihyo. Because Sana is part of a trio, right? It's part of a three-member unit, right? It's not possible that it could be her. And she's so resilient, like trained for 10 years is something. Yes, Misama. Yeah, so then it's Chihyo. Because then from the oracle, I got the card of Saturn in Cancer, Charity. So this card actually is awful. Like, it's not that it's awful. But I think that since it says charity, it means that they gave her a solo as a charity. You know, it's like, oh yes, because we have a great relationship, and we know each other for a long time, and you have been great all these years. Out of charity, I give you a solo. This is so insulting, actually. I guess the new contract. It's like definitely I see the person like being very excited for it. Actually, yeah. Uh, look at this Queen of Pentacles. She's like, oh, my hard work paid off. Look at this beautiful coin. This is my coin. I created this coin with all the consistency, with all the hard work. Look at my coin. It's a beautiful Queen of Pentacles. I don't know why I think it's Sana. I don't know. But yeah, it does give me leader vibes. Like, it should be Jihyo, but it's hilarious that I got all these pentacles, like what I got here is that that person already worked on it, that it's already, the product is already like finished almost. It's just that I think that probably the person is like, no, not yet, like let's not release it yet because I'm not ready, But I'm here for it nonetheless, whoever it is. Okay. I'm going to pull cards for Stray Kids Hyunjin. Yeah, good cards. Thank God. He got good cards. Thank God. He was so depressing. Like, oh my God. Like, oh my God. Oh my God, Hyunjin. Yeah, but it was so depressing at the beginning. I was like, oh my God, why am I getting all this confusing energy? Like I couldn't, like it's like when you ask for something that is not fully developed. So the cards are like, it's too early to somehow say like this is what it's available, because actually the people involved is not very secure. Like it's like instead of talking about, I don't know, an album or something or a project, it's more like talking to me about the person state of mind. So it's okay. Hyunjin got the Wall card, Three of Pentacles, Knight of Cups. This is very Hyunjin. The Empress, Eight of Pentacles. And from the Oracle, he got the card of Mars in Libra, choice. So, yeah, I think that, I think that when I read for Hyunjin for his birthday reading, I was talking a bit about how he was a bit fearful about the past, and how he sometimes doubts himself a bit about his own value, or if people will be able to move on from what happened. It's not about forgetting, but it's also like okay, like I want to start all over, like really, like I want to feel like I'm starting all over, like I'm leaving this behind. Probably he in the other comeback, I don't know, he felt like he was advancing, like he was putting all the effort and everything, but in his mind he was still stuck in the past. Now that we are starting with the Wall card, it means that that a cycle was closed finally. That finally he is at this moment that we are reading, that he is like living, like closing a cycle and starting a new one. So, and he's much more focused on teamwork. He's very much focused on his work, on his role with the Stray Kids. He's definitely feeling more open emotionally. He has the Knight of Cups, so I think that it's like somehow he forgave himself, or somehow he, I don't know, I guess his energy was a bit on the defensive, because he felt like people wouldn't accept him. And now he's getting back to his confident self, to the lover boy kind of era, where he's like that confident of giving love and receiving love. It's like, okay, here I go. I feel the love. I feel like you guys really want me here. Like you really accept me. Like, I feel like, and probably also it has to do with the group dynamic, because we have the Three of Pentacles before that. So I think that honestly, probably at the beginning, because of everything that happened, because of Kingdom, because of all the things that the group also had to adjust, probably when he came back, it took a while for actually them to adapt, and I think that this is also very important, because sometimes people, when you see the group on camera, or when you see them participating in these contents, in these funny schedules, or these comedy videos, where they play a role and they have fun with each other, and everything, you're like, oh, because they're having so much fun together, because they're family. And maybe you don't know what it's like behind the scenes. Maybe for them, it took a while to get back to the usual group dynamic. And maybe for Hyunjin, since he is very sensitive, maybe he felt that things were different. And maybe he had that fear of like, okay, like now that I'm back, like do they really
And probably he himself feeling a bit guilty, for his absence. So he's slowly like connecting with his self-esteem a bit more, and this is why he's shining so much. He got the Empress. So definitely this year is going to be of a lot of growth in Hyunjin. Probably we're going to see Hyunjin a lot. We are going to see him like also display his beauty, his presence everywhere. Like probably he's going to get back to work with his image. And probably you're going to see him shine, and you're going to see him like being, the beautiful man that he is, and also taking the jobs, the model gigs, the ambassador kind of, opportunities. Opportunities are going to be very abundant for Hyunjin, and he's going to be able to get them back. So I think that this is important, because I think that when I talk about Hyunjin, or when I talk about JYP, a few years before, when he was still in hiatus, there was this sense of like that for the company, it seemed like because of Hyunjin's absence, they lost a lot of deals. Or they had a sort of like expectation of what they wanted to do with Hyunjin image, and they had it all like already scheduled, and they had a lot of aspiration for Hyunjin as an image, And probably when this happened, when he had to be on hiatus, this was interrupted. And then and yeah, he came back, yeah, everyone was happy, but probably there was a moment where they were like, oh, we lost, reminding him of the things that he lost while he was gone. Or how this impact, I don't know, the group's popularity, or, their possibility to do magazine covers or whatever. I sense that it has to do with beauty, it has to do with presence, But now that he's back, he finally is being called again. He's been like invited again. He's been like wanted again. So this is something about him receiving a lot of invitations, and like, okay, we want to collaborate with you. We want to see you here. We want to invite you over here. So he's like, okay, now that I'm starting to grow again, and that people are starting to see the best of me, I want to work even harder of myself to be a better person. This is his moon in Virgo, like being very perfectionist. He will not make a single mistake if he can help it. Like he's becoming a sort of like a very like obsessive person for excellence. He doesn't want to disappoint anyone. So he's like, okay, now that they are seeing my value, and now that I'm shining again, I want to keep working on myself. I want to be better. I want to be better and better and better, and I will not stop working on it. So definitely, he's very grateful. It's just that I think that he was able to remove a very heavy weight, on his shoulder and on his heart. Because here with the Knight of Cups, I definitely see that his heart chakra also opened up. It opened up again. Because he was so on the defensive about, okay, what will people, like, do these people really like me? Do they want me here? Like, maybe they think differently about me, or maybe they are pretending to be my friends and they are not. There was a lot of insecurities in his mind. But now it's not anymore. Now he's feeling loved. He's feeling the love. So you will probably also see him being very lovable as well. Probably in the past he was a bit like, very picky about, who he hung out with, and he was like, acting a little bit like distant and cold. And now you're going to see him be more affectionate towards the fans and towards the members. You're going to see him be more demonstrative, be more like affectionate, like really letting the other person know, like, okay, thank you, I like you, like opening up about how this is important for him. He finally is able to breathe again. I think that Hyunjin wasn't able to relax when he just came back, you know. Then he had the card of Mars in Libra, choice. I think that, yeah, he has the choice, he has the opportunity to choose something, either it's an individual project or the group, you know, and he will be also, you know, he will have a lot of choices, actually, of what he wants to accomplish in his career, honestly. Like, he will be, like, very, like, probably he will feel a bit like, you know, because this is a Libra card, so I'm thinking that he could be not knowing what to do, you know, like, oh, I don't want to disappoint these people that are asking for me, but yeah, so he will be very busy because he will get all these choices, you know, he will be like, okay, yes, I will do it, but I don't know how I'm going to have time and this. I'm coaching work and I'm glad he's moving over things. The state of figure in life, and that's my important. Oh my, I got disconnected again. He drew couples and romantic things. Is he looking through love or fear it? No, I think that Hyunjin is love. If Hyunjin he draws couples or he draws romantic things, it's because he is a romantic, actually. You know, he is a romantic. He definitely is a romantic. So whatever he does, whatever he draws, it has to do with his inner self. He's sharing that with you. It doesn't mean, it's not a hint, no, you know, it's not for the fans to be like, oh, he's dating someone. No. It's just like you know, it's his own expression. He is his love. You know, he got like the Knight of Cups. So definitely there's this sense of yeah, and I think that also the fact that he draws it, he's making it conscious. He's bringing it to the material world. Because yes, he can daydream a lot or he can fantasize a lot about that, but he definitely is like putting it into, since he's drawing it or he's writing about it or he's like expressing it in some way, it means that he wants to be someone that is worthy of love. You know, and he probably is thinking about, instead of thinking like, okay, I want to find a love or I want to find a lover, he's more like, I want to become that lover. I want to be that lover. Yes. Worthy of love. And he's accomplishing it. So if love comes to him, which definitely, we know that Hyunjin is beautiful. Hyunjin is a beautiful man, you know, I'm sure he has a lot of options, you know, let's not be. But I think that he's like, you know, I don't want to get distracted. I'm starting to love myself. So I understand that this journey is personal and it's my moment. You know, I'm sure that he could have a romantic relationship if he wanted to, but probably he's like, you know, because of everything that I went through, I actually don't know, you know, don't know. You know, but I think that he wants to be, like, he wants to become that special someone. You know, he's like, I want to become that. He probably wants to become like the energy of the Knight of Cups. He wants to be that Knight of Cups. You know, like being very open, being very connected, being very... But he's getting there. He's definitely getting there. He's also feeling beautiful again. You know, he's definitely in his glow up era. he's definitely he's just, you know, he's feeling very good. He's feeling very good. He's letting his guard down. You know, he's starting to feel the love again. Someone sent me something because they wanted a reading for Gonyu. Okay, I'm going to pull some cards for Gonyu. Gonyu is the actor, right? Is the actor. The problem. You know, Maruska, I have it written down in here. The request of the other day, that of the actor Lee Jae-wook, ideal partner. The one that we mistook the other day, the one that I mistook the other day, that I read for the older one, and actually it was for the youngest one, for the one of the Alchemy of Souls. Oh, Gonyu, another one that it was so worth it mix up. Oh my. Yeah, he's having some also. This guy could also have some legal battle things. Okay, for Gonyu, we got Three of Pentacles, the Justice, the Fool, Temperance, Five of Swords. Then from the Oracle, he got the card of Jupiter in Sagittarius Principle. So this is very Sagittarius. He could sue someone, honestly. I think that he's like, I mean, he could be working on something that is just starting over, because he's like, you know, he got the Fool in the middle of the ring, so he's starting something over. But there's something about him wanting justice. Like, I sense that he wants to sue someone because of a previous work or a previous collaboration. That he's like, you left me with nothing. Like, or either you didn't pay me or you were very unfair with me. So now I have to start all over, because he has the Fool, and I have to start all over. But, you know, before I start, I want to let you know that I want justice. I mean, he's a very rational guy, actually. Like, he's not the kind of guy that he is going to get stubborn about demanding things. But definitely, I think that sometimes he's so generous, or he's so, like, understanding, that people just, maybe he's so nice that people are like, somehow are like, oh, he's not going to pay attention to these small details. But he's coming to a realization where he's like, you know, I have my own principles. I have my values. And I don't like to work with people that have no manners, or that you don't have principles yourself. So, yeah, it's super messy for everyone right now. Yeah, definitely they're going through it. I don't know what moon is today, but if we are in a very complex kind of moon, or if we are, I don't know, is there eclipse or something going on in the skies? Because it seems like the cards are very, like, straightforward. I mean, with the card of the Temperance and the Five of Swords, definitely I think that he's going to find peace. He's going to be able to come to an agreement. Actually, not an agreement. I don't think that it's going to be an agreement, because probably the other part is not going to be happy. But he's going to get his fair part. Like, he's going to be able to defeat them. Either they're going to have, like, a discussion, or yeah. He's like, you want me to work with you again? Well, fix this. fix this. And I will wait until you fix it. I will wait patiently until you fix it. He's like, now probably he's like being more firm about the conditions of work. Probably in the past he was very like, I don't know, I think that he was very, I wouldn't say like he was naive, but he was like sure that people had his same values. You know, he was like, oh, because, you know, I behave like this, or I'm so like trustworthy and honest, I think that people are like that too. And actually he's learning the hard way, he's learning, not the hard way, but he's having to you know, to raise up his voice and be like, you know, I don't like what you did here, or I don't like the way that you did this. And for him it's going to be very healing actually to be able to speak up. To be able to speak up, because I don't know what's going on with these actors or these entertainers that they had been around for a while in the industry, and people think that, oh, because they are famous, that they do not struggle with money, with contracts, with being deceived. You know, actually, because you see them like being all beautiful and successful, we probably think like, oh, they have been in the industry for a while, so, and they always done well. So we sometimes take for granted that behind the scenes, there's a lot of like, you know, a lot of arguments. But yeah. He didn't get cards that talk about his love life. And actually, he has the card of principles. So I think that when it doesn't show in the reading, it's because he's not open to, it's not open to share it. He's a very closed individual. I mean, in here, I don't see any card that talk about love life. He's very shielded in that sense. And also he has a card of principles. So he's like, I have my principles. I don't, what he shows in the spread is what is available for me to read. But honestly, I didn't see, yeah, no. I mean, he could have someone, but probably it's very hidden. It's very hidden. It's very hidden and he doesn't want to show it. Because it's like, his energy is like you're asking for me as an individual. And I don't show my personal matters. It's like I talk to you, I show you what I want to show you, but I don't show you my personal life. He's like, the famous person in here is me. Like, you should focus on me, on my energy. I am the one you're reading for. Yeah, he actually puts very strong boundaries. Yeah, he puts very strong boundaries, you know. He's like, no, I'm not going to address that subject. And probably because he knows that, you know, his image is very important, especially if he has to play like some love interest. So he's like, you know, I don't want that part of me to be seen, because I don't want people to speculate about how I am in my private life, when all the things that you should care about is what you see or what I show you on screen, because that's my job, you know. He's very serious about it, actually. Very professional. Very professional. Because sometimes, you know, when I read for some actors, it does come out. It does come out. He's a full moon in Sag today. And he got a placement in Sagittarius that is like, have some principles, please. Of course, it's going to be EXO, but I don't need cards for that.
Yeah, all the SM artists are going to keep working, even though there's a lot of, a lot of drama around them. Yeah, yeah, they're going to keep working. Like, they have the 40. How many was it? The 40 releases that they have to do. 40 releases in a year. That's why they are dividing, they are separating the artists, in different units, so you get more releases. It's like Lucas over here, like the Shotaro over there, like all of them get back to work. Like, we have to get to the 40. Okay, then I'm going to pull cards for this actor, since we don't have much to read for Lee Cha-wook, ideal partner. Because in my channel I did a personality reading. Actually, I want to say your user, but IMN or IMN. I did pull cards for ATs. There's a 2023 reading for ATs. I am an ATini, but I had pulled cards for ATs. And yes, they are going to be more popular. Like, they're going to be successful. I don't know if it's popularity thing. I think that they got very good cards, finally. They got very good cards, finally. Thank you, Lily. I think that it's a bit redundant to pull cards for ATs again, because, like I already said it, like I want to wait for it to come true. Like, if I keep pulling cards for them, it's like I'm undoing what I said back then, So, but they're going to do great. I'm so excited also. Like, I want to see them already. I think that this year is going to be very good for them, finally. It's going to be very good for them. But about popularity, I don't know, because there's a lot of competition. But definitely the numbers are going to do amazing. I mean, I just want the guys to make, a good payment for themselves. I want them to be successful. I want it to be reflective on the numbers so they can get paid. Like, I don't care if the other groups are more popular than them. In my heart, they are the greatest. For me, as an ITini, and that I actually, when I pull cards for their annual reading, for their year reading, I was so in relief. I was like, finally, they get a good year, finally, because I was getting very, like, cards of a lot of struggling, and this year they got very good cards. So I'm like, yes. Because they deserve it. I know that ATs is not for everyone, but you cannot deny like that the guys are very talented. Yeah, I think they are, but it's like Kingdom all over. it's like Kingdom all over. There's always the others, and I think that maybe for ATs is that they get compared a lot, or probably they get like when there's this certain group, then there's them, and then there's the others, so there's a weird like competition, but in my eyes, I love ATs. I'm looking forward to it because they always, yeah, that's the element of surprise.
I watched twice their Airbnb and couldn't get into their songs. Yeah, I know, Maruska. Yeah, I know. Their style is different. It's very 4Gen. Yeah, I know. But every time I see them live, I cannot help, like, I just love them. I just, like, I mean, the passion that they have, like, and they also had a member in hiatus, and then he came back. You know, they went through a lot. And they are still here. So, you know, they just are like my spirit animal somehow. Like, I get so motivated just by watching them, because I want them to succeed as if they were my children. I don't know. But it's a personal point of view, you know. Okay, let's put some cards for this actor, for his ideal romantic partner. For actor Lee Jae-wook. Lee Jae-wook is the actor of Alchemy of Souls, I believe. He's 25 years old. Yeah, they're very hardworking. We're getting a lot of Gemini cards here. Okay. This guy starts with the card of Four of Swords, Nine of Wands, Eight of Wands, oh, a lot of wands, a lot of effort, Nine of Swords, Queen of Pentacles. And then from the Oracle, he got the card of Moon in Gemini, adaptability. My bias is Juno. And my bias wrecker is Sun, is Choi Sun, obviously. But, well, I thank you for reading Applements and Artists. They definitely deserve better. Oh, thank you. Thank you, big bookworm right here. Thank you so much. I appreciate the feedback. Thank you. I almost, like, died yesterday reading for exam. Like, I felt like it was very heavy, guys. It was very heavy. Like, but I think that it has to do because every time you read for an institution, it's not the same as reading for a person. Because you have to think that the institution has a past, people too, but it means that there's a lot of people's history inside that building. You have past, present, and future. So it's like when you try to summarize it to a spread of 5 cards, it's like a lot of energy. But yeah. Okay, for Lee Jae-wook, I think that what he finds ideal is I don't know, I think he already has someone, because here I have a Queen of Pentacles, so I see a lot of a stable person, like an earth sign. But at the same time, it's someone that can really overcome anything. Like, I see all the struggles here. Like, first of all, that his ideal would be someone that even though things get tough in the relationship, this person wouldn't freak out. Like, she wouldn't get, like, anxious about it. She would just stay silent. She wouldn't react or talk about it. Because it's like you can hear a lot of things about me or hear news about me that could actually make you feel worried for me in a relationship. So I think that what he wants is someone loyal and stable that could actually, like, be like, okay, whatever, I trust you. And also he wants someone that's very trustworthy, someone very stable, probably someone that is also very luxurious, someone that is into nice things, a good life, living a comfortable life, someone that probably has their own business as well, you know, someone that takes care a lot of their material things, you know, someone that also is very focused on their money, you know, someone a bit materialistic, I would say, yeah, but probably someone that is like, okay, if things go wrong in a relationship, like, let me buy you something. Oh yeah, I did. Yeah, I did for NCT Tokyo. Yeah, I did back then, and I also read for Utah. Oh, that reading was also so messy. That reading was also so messy. I think that the whole reading was in the title. It is NCT Tokyo, SM and NCT Tokyo, and I think that it was Utah and NCT Tokyo. It was so messy. It was so messy. I remember that, and now I understand. Now that there's all these changes coming up, you know, I finally get it. You know, I finally get it why my bias was like, oh, don't get me involved in here. Don't get me involved in here. Norca Moon, you're asking about success of different groups that I already had read in my channel for these groups. And honestly, like success, it's, you know, it's something that it can go very well. You can have different stages of success. So, I mean, if you want to check out like the readings that I have on my channel, I have dedicated them. But you know, if we're going to pull cards for each group to see which one is going to be successful or not, and also I think that to ask for a group, if a group is going to be successful, it's somehow like to underestimate their trajectory and how hard they had been working. I mean, I believe that they are already successful. Whether they release a good comeback or not, they are a stable group. You know, I think that we should like, you know, think about what do we ask, you know, what do you want to know, you know, because success is very like, it can change, but also these groups are very stable. These groups they are all the time working. As we are speaking, they probably are already practicing, they are on tour, they are doing so much things. So I think that it's a bit redundant to ask, oh, will they be successful? Will they achieve success? It depends on what you think the success is. So yeah, honestly, like I get from this guy, I get this very like, probably his ideal partner for him is someone that actually doesn't like obstruct his life and what he has to do. He just wants a partner that is very quiet also, that is someone that is not that emotional or crazy. You know, someone that can be like, and also with the moon in Gemini, adaptability, definitely he wants someone that can adapt to himself. I don't know if that makes sense. Like he wants someone that thinks very similar to him. You know, for example, he has a view about something and he wants a partner that will be like, okay, I'm with you on this. Like, you know, not being problematic actually, or not being too emotional. Like definitely he doesn't ask for much. I mean, he's very consistent on what he wants. He definitely wants a female version of himself, but I think that it's very interesting how he's presenting all the odds first. You know, he's like, okay, if you want to get with me, you know, get ready because things are going to get ugly. You know, we are going to start dating and you're probably going to hear bad things about me, or you're going to, I don't know, get a lot of unwanted attention from people if people find out who you are, So I don't know if he has like crazy fans or there's like some dangers about being associated with him, that he already has this sort of like warning. Like, from the beginning, maybe on the first date, he would be like, okay, here's a list of the things that you would have to overcome if you want to be my partner. Something like that, but very rational, very like, yeah, very honest also. Yeah. I think you're on about Yuta distancing himself from NCT Tokyo. I always got the sense that he didn't want to be typecast as a foreigner member. Yeah. Not that there's something wrong with a foreigner member. Yeah, but more foreigner idols haven't been treated so well. Yeah. Yeah. I agree. I agree. There's something about him, like, he's like, I'm thinking about me. That's his energy, and that's why when I did that live that I read for NCT Tokyo, and when the news came out about NCT Tokyo, and in that case, when I pulled cards for Yuta, because we were like, okay, maybe Yuta will be the leader. So we pulled cards, I pulled cards for that, to see how Yuta felt about that. And honestly, he got a lot of cards. He got the Empress, he got the Emperor. Like, he was so focused on himself. And then later, the next week, we heard that he actually was already on the way to Japan, where he stayed a month, to start, like, shooting this live action of the anime Play Cool Guys. So that's why he got the Empress, and that's why he got the Emperor, I believe, because he was so, he already had a schedule, like probably he already knew that he was going to film this series in Japan. So he was like, yeah, like, I heard that you are going to come up with NCT Tokyo, but I have other things to do. Like, I want to do things for me. So when we heard about that, and then he stayed in Japan for like a month, and that's when we were like, oh, this is why his energy seemed so detached from what was going on. Like, definitely he knew that he found out that NCT Tokyo was happening. Probably he knew before, but it seems like he wasn't like that interested. Actually he was like a bit disappointed. He was a bit disappointed. Like, he was like, oh, I'm not interested. Like, honestly, I'm so disappointed at how you're handling things. And now that we know about Suntaro, now we know about Sunchan and Shotaro not being part anymore of NCT, I guess that 5 of Cups that he had, that a small moment of disappointment, maybe it had to do with that he knew the changes that were coming, or he suspected, or he heard someone talking about it. So that's why I think that is very interesting, and this is something that I often tell people here. It's very important that if you have the time, and if you really are interested in my readings, please go check out my channel, because I post the readings on the channel, and I also we also have the live stream sections, where in the title it's often like, oh, I read for this and this and this. Usually the readings that are from 3 months ago, 2 weeks ago, the readings that I did, every time you have a sort of question about what's going on with someone, go back to my reading that I did back then, because actually, like, probably I said it, or what I said is happening. So, I think that people, like, also should, like, exercise this about tarot reading. I don't know if maybe it's because people don't understand how tarot readings work for K-pop idols or for idols in general. They think that it's, just to pass the time, and okay, let's hang out and let's pull cards for your favorite idol. And it's not like that, because every time you pull cards, there's something that is moving energetically. So maybe you will not see it tomorrow. You will not see what I read today, tomorrow. But as time passes, the reading starts making sense. So what I said back then, it may sound like I was just talking and chatting with people, but actually what I said or what I read, it begins to make sense. And I think that's how tarot reading works. You have to give it time, you have to give it space. You also have to be very mindful about what you are asking. I don't take any random questions. I'm very selective about what I read for, because usually when it's rumors and stuff, I try to do some research about what's going on with this. Is there proof about this? Because these are, even though these are idols, these are public images, they're also people, so I don't want to be pulling cards for people just so we can laugh about it, so we can gossip about it. No, I don't do that. I want for this to be a sort of learning experience also for us as people, and also for the people that maybe want to know about tarot and want to know about how tarot works. Well, this is how it works. Okay, guys, this has been everything for today. Thank you so much for the people that joined, for the new people, for the people of always. Thank you so much for being so patient. The cards were a bit the cards were a bit harsh today. I'm going to give them a good cleanse afterwards, because maybe they are a bit charged because of the readings that I did yesterday. So yeah, I'm going to cleanse them very well because today they were very sharp. They were like no nonsense. So yeah, very sad. Yeah, I wouldn't say like sad. It's just that it was very complicated. Yeah, it was very complicated. Yeah. Like I tried, honestly, guys. Like I tried to to put like the higher energy, but definitely the cards that I got, they were like, my God, please give us one good, like, stop it. Thank you guys for being here. I'll see you on the next live next weekend. And yes, I will be loading the readings for my channel starting tomorrow in my channel. So yes, thank you so much, guys.